Prime Minister wraps up a successful mission to the United Nations with a call on world leaders to act swiftly against organized crime. Government communication policy nearing completion, and the administration reaffirms every Jamaican's right to know. This is Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller returned to the island Monday following a 6-day high-level mission to the United Nations in New York. Upon her arrival in the U.S. state, the Prime Minister attended the unveiling of the winning design for a permanent memorial to victims of slavery and the transatlantic slave trade.
There can be no greater or fitting tribute than a memorial to honor our African ancestors who were forcibly removed from their homeland and taken to foreign lands.
Jamaica has been spearheading efforts to have the permanent memorial erected at the UN headquarters. And while in New York, the Prime Minister held bilateral talks with the leaders of Ghana, Equatorial Guinea, Honduras and Tanzania. High-level talks were held with UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon as part of the CARICOM Heads of Government Forum. Mrs. Simpson-Miller also attended the American Friends of Jamaica Hummingbird Gala and used that opportunity to encourage investment in Jamaica. Prime Minister Simpson-Miller also met with the president of the Inter-American Development Bank to discuss the progress being made on a number of local initiatives funded by the bank. Road safety was also of keen interest for the Prime Minister during the visit. At a UN forum on sustainable transport and road safety, she called on world leaders to include road safety in the post-2015 development goals.
Tackling road traffic injuries is an important and achievable objective which should be part of the agenda. The most effective way to reduce the appalling health burden of road traffic injuries is to integrate road safety securely within wider goals.
Reacting to a fatal crash which killed 4 Homewood Technical High School students Wednesday, Mrs. Simpson-Miller sent condolences to the family and friends of those killed. She also called on motorists, particularly operators of public passenger vehicles, to be cautious on the road. And Mrs. Simpson-Miller closed out her UN visit with the presentation of Jamaica's policy statement to the General Assembly on Saturday. In what was a wide-ranging speech, the Prime Minister touched on a number of important global issues, including organized crime and the recent attack on a Kenyan mall, as well as the situation in Syria. Prime Minister Simpson-Miller told the UN that the threat organized crime posed to the international community would hamper development efforts. She also called on world leaders to go beyond just achieving the Millennium Development Goals, but to provide lasting hope for the world's poorest.
We need to provide more assistance for people to cope with daily life, as growth and prosperity are unevenly distributed and the most vulnerable are at risk of falling through the cracks, being overlooked, and failing to achieve a decent quality of life. Social protection schemes should work effectively to provide for basic needs and encourage target groups to pursue self-advancement while facilitating empowerment and fostering greater inclusiveness.
And while the Prime Minister was busy working on the international stage, her team was fully occupied here at home. Minister with responsibility for information, Senator Sandria Faulkner, disclosed that government's communication policy was nearing completion. She explained that a rough draft had been completed and feedback was now being sought from stakeholders.
That policy will allow for even better communication with all our different stakeholders, all the different stratas of society, and we know that it will improve how we communicate, and it certainly will give the people more access to the information that government has.
Senator Faulkner was speaking Tuesday at the launch of the 2013-14 Access to Information National High School Essay Competition. 3rd to 6th form students are invited to enter by submitting essays before January 31, 2014. For more information, visit ati.gov.jm. And Senator Faulkner joined the rest of the world in observing International Right to Know Day on Saturday. In a statement, the minister reiterated government's commitment to ensuring that Jamaicans receive continuous access to information. She also called on stakeholders to use International Right to Know Day to reflect on the important rights guaranteed by the island's Access to Information Act and to see how it can be strengthened. And that's it for this week's edition of Jamaica House Weekly. Join us next time for the latest coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.